the big aha for us was, hey, can we connect people based on where they live? And using their address as a way to connect people to one another. So in that first month, it was one-on-one interviews. We then did a survey to do a broader set of questions. And amazingly, we found people wanted to know more about what was happening in their local community, over 75%.
Right.
And so at that point, we started to have a thesis about how to solve that problem, which was to use the address and the verified address to then build everything on a map infrastructure because we had the lat long of every hole. We could draw a boundary around an individual neighborhood. And if you lived within that perimeter of the neighborhood, then you were allowed to join that community. And a lot of this were our ideas, and it was going to be hard to build it and all that. But the first thing that we were religious about was we have to make sure that this is something that people will respond well to. So we went out and we started to build a very simple prototype. But the idea was to show this is what it would look like. It would have a map and you would be able to visualize your neighborhood on the map and you would be able to ask questions. And I thought it was really important that when we have those interviews that I wanted to be sitting across from someone. And I wanted to see the subtlety when they would light up or when they'd wince. But you're trying to get, is there an emotional response? I think that's particularly important on the consumer side of a
Right.
product. And it was very clear when we showed people the map, they lit up, they got it, like they understood the whole thing. And so that proceeded for another month and a half. And then once we were starting to hear the same things again and again, we started to say, okay, we think we have something here. But again, we're just talking about it theoretically. Let's build a very simple prototype. And I think one of the important things is that a lot of times as product builders, we want to build the whole thing. We're so excited about all the things that are possible. And I think one of the things that we got very right at this point is that we tried to reduce the prototype to isolate a variable and test the simple hypothesis, which was if we could get a group of neighbors together on a platform, would they have anything to talk about? And if the answer to that was no, nothing else mattered. It didn't matter if we
Right.
could draw the neighborhood boundaries, that we could verify people's addresses, that we could figure out how you could invite more people to the platform, all the notifications, the mobile app, all those things that were going to be really a lot of work to build would not matter if it turned out that neighbors didn't have anything to talk about.